Welcome, welcome. Welcome back in. So, on this channel, we discuss the 8 portals of the aura and how the health of each one impacts a person's life. So, today we have a new case study, and this one is an exciting one, right? Today we've got something uplifting to share for those who are busy doing aligning and balancing work in their lives. It's good to hear from somebody on the other end of that, right? And here we learn from each other's experiences through case study demonstrations. Client was kind enough to share her breakthrough with us. So yeah, this can be very helpful information for somebody who is still struggling with some of the concepts around internal work. This case is such a beautiful demonstration. Let us get into it and then break down exactly what happened here. So today, this discussion is about how she transformed her finances. What did she do? What was it that she did right? Because there are a lot of people that struggle with clearing up or transforming their finances because of money traumas, right? We're going to discuss that. So we're going to play the voice note and then we're going to talk about exactly what happened. So let's start with that. So, in her feedback, she said, "Thokoza Koko, I hope you are well. I just wanted to share with you that I have just accepted a job offer starting mid-April. I took your advice and stopped looking for a few months, and then I focused on the energy work. I resumed my search at the end of January. I applied for 2 jobs. I was called for interviews for both after 1.5 years of no replies when applying. Cherry on top is the job is here in Durban with some days working from home, so that traveling thing is avoided. Thank you, Tokozakoko." And then I responded, "Yay, you being my biggest skeptic at first, I feel like this one is a breakthrough even for me. Thank you for sharing." So what I meant there is that when people are going through it and when people are going through a real tough time, it becomes difficult for them. Like she said, it becomes difficult for them to believe that that's something so seemingly simple. They expect something big and out there, something so simple can help them to sort things out. But you can hear that what she did is she went within, right? I took your advice and I stopped looking for a few months. She stopped looking for the job. She stopped looking for work because she'd been looking, no response. She wasn't getting even regret messages. Nothing was coming in. And she was in that tight situation where the trucks, her and her husband had trucks, and the trucks were not doing well. And they had all of these repairs to do, and things were really tight. And I said, "You have to stop. You have to stop, calm down, start aligning here, right? Fix the things that need to be fixed, and then you will start again." And that's exactly what she did. She resumed, stopped, and then she carried on mid January. And then when she applied for the 2 jobs, she got accepted in both. So you really have to ask yourself that, okay, so why was it that before she was balanced and before her energy was in the right place, why was it that she wasn't landing those jobs, right? It's because our thoughts and our beliefs, they send certain signals, they send certain information out there about us, and meaning the things that locate us is based on that. So you can understand a person who's in high stress, very stressed, everything has been falling apart, they're worried about this, they're worried about that, they're this, the energy that you are emitting out from your spirit, from your field of, yo guys, hi. Yo, there's so much that goes on in this world, guys. So I'm just saying that the information that we emit through our waves, our spirits, that type of stuff impacts the things that flow into our reality, our experience. Sorry, I can't even talk because I've been doing so much work. So I'm gonna go and rest now. I just want to post this up.
Yes, yes, I get it, Sissy. I do. Because, and you are right. Because that time I was in a very, very low place. My vibrations were super low. So, and the thing about it is that when you feel like everything in your life is just going wrong, it's hard to accept something simple as a solution and feel like it's going to work. It just always feels like, yo, I don't know what more I can try. So yes. So you should hear me speak now. It's true when they say that mindset, that mindset change really it changes everything, because now even when bad things happen, it's not easy for me to just fall back into the negativity and the wallowing. I can still rationalize, see the silver lining, and well, actually, let me not say that, because my hostel business picked up quite a lot this term. Like ekuqaleni konyaka, there were a lot of kids just like leaving Abebekhona last year, because I don't know if I told you that I have a hostel for kids that I run SA South Coast, right? So now have all these kids that you then count numbers and whatnot, and you're like, okay, you need to recruit more kids, but you're banking on the customers that you already have. Then beginning of the year comes, and then all these people are leaving. Oh, Ben is not coming back. Ben is not coming back. Ben is not coming back. Then other people are starting their own hostels, moving their kids, and then potential customers are seemingly just going that direction, other directions, and not to us. And I was just like, oh my gosh, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I had a mini panic in like the first week of Jan or second week of January. And then a week later, then they started pouring in. They come in to the point where it's like, barring children getting goal, because that was the thing, that some kids that parents were already committed to bringing their kids, like 2 kids at a time, that's always best. Then they don't get schools, like they're not passing the test, the admissions or whatever. This goal or so now it's like, okay. But we started the year on a really great high after like a slump where now I'm seeing potential. Yo, this hostel in Agwala, I've never reached capacity in the last 3 years that it's been alive, right? It's been operating. Now it has a real potential that we can say, I see guys, we can't take any more kids, and that, wow, that turnaround is, I felt like, incredible. So people even now, before it's okay, you want to come. And then what really makes me happy more than anything else is the clients that we already do have overborn, and those mothers saying, yo, I'm so happy, my child is so happy they've been through all different hostels, and it was never good in and whatnot, and for the first time they're so happy, and we love the matrons that you have so much. They're so caring, the service that you provide, just like stellar reviews. You would see things will happen, right? And like any other place, but at the end of the day, the level of care and what we do and what we provide, they're starting to see that it is top notch, and no other place offers what we offer. Love it for me, love it for us. So it's opening, man. There's shifts that are happening. Sometimes it's like moves like it seems like we're kind of like in the same spot, but really when you look backwards, you see that actually you're not in the same place, because there has been movement from where you were a couple of months ago to where you are now.
Now, remember that when client came in, everything was upside down. Her and her husband were pulling in one direction instead of splitting the focus, right? So the first thing we did was we had to start with a feminine education, right? A feminine education to balance things out so the load could be split out evenly, right? Hey, so now with the whole a feminine education and why it's important, especially for and with women, is that when you are operating within your femininity, it's not just something that impacts relationships and marriages and connections with other people. It's a person's ability to go into spirit, to align things energetically, to go within and to make changes within. Why? Because the feminine is the unseen. So when you hear people talk about it a lot online, they talk about black cat energy, which is feminine, and then a golden retriever, which is masculine, which now it speaks to the masculine spaces being the initiators, the action takers. It's physical. It's all about doing. So this is then the investors. They invest, right? They put energy into things. And then on the other end of it, where the feminine is more it's all about expanding and multiplies things. It multiplies things, it makes things more. And it's more a response, like meaning that it responds. It responds to whatever it is that is right. Just like a black cat. Black cat is not out here trying to overextend and do more than they should, right? So now the imbalance that was there back then when things were really tight in her situation and everything was still in a standstill, like you heard her say, she was like, it was hard in the beginning to believe the things you were saying because I was in such a tough situation that there was no way that, when you're in that situation, it's hard to believe that something that simple could change things around. All right. Because now when you're working with your energy, you're working with just the waves. You're working with your spirit. You're working with your brain waves. You're working with your heart waves. You are working with those frequencies, right? You are shifting them around because one thing you guys need to understand is that the most dangerous thing is your subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is so dangerous that you can believe something now and it will get reflected back. You can believe something now. The job of the subconscious mind is to give you evidence of the things you are holding as convictions. It must give you evidence of those things, right? So I just come back today from recording files today, and there was such a heartbreaking demonstration of this in one of my clients' lives. And it goes to show that as people, we are naturally manifesting whether we realize it or not. Do you know that you can align yourself with something, right, without realizing? For example, this particular client I'm talking about, she's a woman who had a sense of not enoughness, where people who come from backgrounds where the support was not enough, there wasn't a lot of resources, there wasn't a lot of money. We grow up with that thing that things are not enough, not enough, not enough. And what happens? That not enoughness shows up in other ways, where you keep wanting more and more and more and more and more, to a point where you get yourself into debt because she gambled. And then in her gambling, because she wanted more, she lost resources. And then in that, she started going in a different direction. And then, she was losing more and more and more. And her reality kept showing her that there's not enough. Everything was just never enough. There's not enough of this. There's not enough of that. There's not enough of this. There's not. So, meaning that the job of that higher mind is to give you evidence of all the things that you hold as truth and conviction. And that's why the things you do repetitively, and that's why the things you do over and over again, those are the things that get internalized. Why? Because reflex memory, right? Reflex memory. Now, this is the reason why the 6-week programs are on the way. This is the reason why. It's for people who would like to join a support group, a community of other people who are doing inner work, right? We get on a group call together once a week and discuss learnings and applications from each week. Right. So there's a printout that each person is going to get at the start of the course that will walk them through their full 3-month transformation. All right. Meaning that it's going to be, there's going to be 6 weeks in the program, in the group, where we're all together getting on a call once a week. We get on a Zoom video call with each other. And then that's just for additional support and reinforcement, because it's so difficult. We come from worlds and environments and societies where these things are not discussed, these things are not talked about. People don't know any of these esoteric things. People don't know their strength. People don't know that some of the suffering they're experiencing is because of the things that they are holding in their spirit. People don't know. People don't know that they've got certain traumas. Like the amount of clients who came out after I posted the money trauma video, they were like, oh my goodness, that is the reason why. That is the reason that. Those are things that we're not taught at school. So if we're not talking about them on TikTok and YouTube and all of these places, how else are people going to receive that information? How? You see. So I want us to talk about what then will be happening in there, because then I started realizing that some people need a little bit more than just sessions. A person could come in, get into a session, and you will be aware of the things that need to change, and the things that person needs to align. But now if there is a support group to say, yo, if you like, you can just join the class, join the this, join the that, here's what we're doing. And now there's a program, there's a structure. There's a program, there's a structure, there's something that they can be part of, and it will help them, to get that accountability for here's the work that we're doing. So in there, right, these coaching calls, in there we'll be learning about getting good at holding the balance, mastering the use of feminine tools as part of healing internal femininity. This is what helps people to manifest and collapse waves at the speed of light. It is something you get good at doing. The more you do it, the better you get at it. That's what we do in these classes. It's like we are all developing and working these muscles together. So you have to really think about it as muscle training. If you want results, this is how you have to see it. Because this woman, she didn't stop. She didn't feel like, this thing, I don't really know anything about her. She just stuck with the process. Whether she understood it, she didn't, she just stuck with the process. And look, now she got the results. She got the role that she wanted. She got that job. So this is it. Those are the systems and the processes and the muscle memory that we will be building inside of these coaching calls. Because I know, because I know for some people it's hard. For some people it's difficult. So having a group, an accountability group, where this is our community and we are a group of people that are doing this inner work on ourselves, and we meet up every single once a week and we talk about it and we do this, we do that. And then those videos will then be shared with people who want the knowing but maybe don't have the resources to be part of, something like this. So, what exactly are feminine tools? Let's talk about what feminine tools are. So, these are tools that help you zoom into the energetic and mute the physical world out, right? You want to mute the physical world out or focus completely when you're doing any type of aligning work. So, these are tools like remote seduction, 10 minutes of calibrating, breath work for balancing the light body, 10 minutes of going into the body and out of the head, right? Because you want to be in the body and out of the head when you're working with the feminine. All of these practical application tools that anybody can get good at using. Anybody can get good at using the stuff, and then they can use that information to transform their experiences with. So the programs are extended care because I realize that no, man, some people need a bit more than 1 hour sessions. They need practical application of these tools. So, meaning going in there, this is not you getting divination, and this is not you getting a scan of what's happening with you spiritually. It's not you getting a mirror of what it is that is happening. Over there, you are getting tools, application. These are the tools. When you're working with practical tools, what are they? How do they help you embody something different? How do they help you shift your energy? What is it that you're doing? So the coaching calls, these are a perfect solution to that for me. So for those who would like support in their reconditioning journeys, who would like to get to the place that client got to here from just applying all the tools diligently and seeing how it then transformed her life, for people wanting to know the difference between feminine and masculine from a purely energetic point of view. So it's like the difference between physical and non-physical. When you're in the physical, we're talking about the physical body, your physical health. When you're in the non-physical, you're talking about your aura, the light around your body, the 8 portals around this body, the earth, water, fire, air, elements, ether, all those different elements, right? And where they fit in. So the feminine is non-physical, while the masculine is physical. Why is it important to understand those concepts when doing proper transformational work in your life? Because having those tools allows you to be able to, because that's what you're doing when you're manifesting. When you're manifesting, you are planting something in your spirit, and then it later then reflects physically. So in order for you to do it properly and see results, once you understand and you can differentiate between the visible and the non-visible, the physical and the non-physical, it makes it easier for you to effectively and to successfully collapse waves into matter. That's all you are doing. Well, that's all you are doing when you break the matrix in your life, because the matrix says things can only be this way. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then when you're outside of the matrix, then you start to experience things like non-linear time, and that you can actually start at the end and go towards that. You see, there are many tools: script writing, journaling, aligning, breath work. All of these things are the things that get mapped out inside of these video call coaching sessions. So the program, yes, so when it is out, we're going to put it out, and then you're going to start enrolling. People can start enrolling, and all the information is going to come out. I just need a little bit more time. Yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to start with the capsules, and I'm not going to have time to finish this, so I have to finish it tonight. Guys, listen, coaching calls are coming. As soon as enrollment is ready, I'm going to let you guys know on WhatsApp that the enrollment is ready. Those who want to enroll can enroll, and then we will start with that. So what's that?